Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Pete, also known as Lord PeteyTV, here to give you a little update on some of the stuff that's going on. Now, this is week one, and I know I'm getting this out late to everybody, but I wanted to give everyone vital information that I kind of played with and I kind of understood with it being the first week of Mythic Pluses. Now, the couple things I wanted to tell you all is, number one, please don't look at all this garbage that's here, all these cookies and candy bars, because sometimes I need snacks. But first of all, that's one. Two, so as you guys and gals all know, this is me giving you a little update of what it is going to be looking like this week. So this week it is Fortified, Raging, Quaking, and Thundering. Now, as you guys and gals know, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through everything and give everybody a little bit of information about what is going on, what are these affixes, what's going on week one, season one of this. Now, so as everybody knows, Fortified, non-boss enemies have more health and deal more damage, so you gotta want to make sure keep an eye on those. We got Raging, which is very easy and very something easy to go through. That's non-boss enemies have at 30% health, deal 70% increased damage, so you gotta keep an eye on them. And then the last affix is Quaking, which is the little rumbling around people, so you gotta be careful of those. So you have that. Now, the last thing is our season one affix, which is Thundering. Now, I'm going to make it a more in-depth video of that this week, but I wanted to kind of give everyone a brief overview, okay? With Thundering, enemies have more health, and while you're in combat, you're going to periodically get this Thundering affix on you, which is going to increase your DPS, but if you don't take it off you, which is you're merging with another player, it's gonna end up stunning you. Like I said, I'm gonna go deeper into a video for that eventually, but it's gonna be this week. But I just wanted to make sure everyone is aware of what we have, what we see, what's going on right then and there. So, all right, so that's one. Now, our thoughts and everything going through this week. Now, let's just take a general look at everything as a whole, okay? Sorry, this is my little microphone for in-game. You're going to have your Fortified and your Quaking, which is going to be very worrisome for your tanks. Now, the reason why they're worrisome of your tanks is because if you end up having a Raging scenario while you have a lot of mobs on you with Fortified, you're going to get hit, you're going to die, and it's going to be instant. It's going to be very, very difficult to deal with. For instance, you have the Academy where you are pulling all those mobs around the Wood Boss. Those guys are going to produce additional damage. They're going to have a higher amount of dot. They're going to cause more problems for you. So you really, really, really need to keep an eye on those, and you have to be very, very careful of that. Okay, now on top of that, you're going to have your, I'm just going to move this over a little bit more. So on top of that, what you're going to have is, for your melee DPS, you're gonna have to really, really be careful of, your Quaking affix. Now, your Quaking affix, you might give the tanks a little bit, so be very, very careful of that. And your healers, Quaking, be careful. They're gonna interrupt your spells if you don't have instacast, which is gonna make sure you're gonna have a problem. So be very, very aware of that and try to play it very, very safe. Now, lastly, Thundering is gonna make everything a little more difficult because you're gonna have a little bit more random time frames where you're going to have to end up connecting, but while that's happening, you might have Quaking. So be very, very patient with that. You don't need to wipe it off of you right away, but once the Quaking's done, wipe it. Or you're going to hold on to that Thundering for a little bit, do some damage, then wipe your ability. So you got to be really, really careful of that. As for your, like I said, your healers, be careful of your Quaking, be careful of your Thundering. Be careful. You're gonna have to be careful of the Raging and Fortified also, but a little more to the extent of how much is the tank gonna pull, what's gonna happen. So you gotta be really, really careful of those. So be very, very aware of that. Now, for range DPS, you're gonna have to be careful of Quaking, and you're gonna have to be careful of the Thundering working with the healers. So be very, very careful with that. Now, I know this is a quick video. I know this is an abridged version. I was looking to see how long the time was, but on top of that, I know for a fact that this is the end of the week and you're not going to really have to deal with this again, not for a long, long time. But I want to make sure we get this video out there so you all know what's going on. We're going to continue to put these videos out. You're going to get another video tomorrow. Well, I'm going to put this out on Monday. You're going to get another one on Tuesday. involving our next affixes. Now, the other thing is that this week is going to be vastly different than next week because a lot of things are getting nerfed. So I'm going to do a quick overview on that on the other video, but on top of that, I just want to make sure everyone knows and is aware of it. All right, so I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Dream big, keep gaming, keep an eye on us. Lord PeteyTV. I'm here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button here. Go to Twitch. The link is down below. Make sure you end up going there. We're live Monday through Friday, every single night. If you ever want to come hang out, you want a Mythic Plus key, you want to hang out, you want to chat, we end up doing a lot of dungeons also. Not dungeons, I'm sorry, we have raid too. We're going to be working on doing a community raid also eventually. So make sure you keep an eye on those, okay? So thank you very much. Appreciate you all. Have a great one, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, everybody.